All right, so I wasn't paying attention to my time and my 20-minute timer went off. So let's go with we generated the sketch uh, in the right plane, and I want to do another emboss. We're going to pick the view and then the front face, and we can kind of see where that's at. We could probably stretch that out. That's one of the reasons why I didn't want to fully define it. But for a window, that looks okay. The rounded edges look a little bit better, so let's go one more time and we'll rotate that around. Go to the emboss, pick my profile, pick the face, and hit OK. All right, so that gives us some pretty good geometry. If we want to add headlights, markers, something else, we would also be in the right plane. So let's open up a sketch, pick it up on the right, and we'll just put that looks okay. Keep in mind that we can Control C and Control V. I could also put in symmetry and mirror. Yep. Let's see, I'm not getting, there we go. Make sure that that is selected. I'm losing something on that one, so I think I'll just redraw it. My video card is not cooperating. So if I set those to equal, it will do the same thing. And if we were going to align this a little bit better, I would apply the symmetry. All right, so let's go ahead and extrude this out. We'll go ahead and zoom in, and we'll pick the two profiles. And I want this to be symmetric. And we'll go the whole length. And I'm out to 5 meters. So this got pretty big. Probably a little bit bigger, but now we're up to holding 2 or 3 people and 4 people and going through that process. This is not a cut. One of the reasons I always look at the operation first is that that's usually the one that I forget. We'll go ahead and hit OK. All right, so at this point, I'm going to go ahead and hit save again. It's going to apply the revision. It's just a user save. And at this point in our timeline, we have our extrusions, we have our geometry, our doors. Let's go ahead and we're going to output this to an ST. No, we need to scale it first, then we'll output it to the STL. All right, so the issue is that this thing is 5 meters long, and I need it on our website said that it was 250 by 210 by 210 is our X, Y, and Z envelope. So I am looking for the modify. I'm trying to create a scale, and it's a modify scale. So we're going to go that way. The point should be at the origin, but just to make sure, I'm going to pick the origin. Okay, so one selected. That looks pretty much like it. So if we do the math, let's see, do I have my calculator handy? And we want to go to a smaller number. So if I do 250 millimeters divided by 5,000 millimeters, we're going to be at 0.05. And that puts us right at the extents of the print. So if I were to put this at 0.04, that looks pretty good. And now we have a really small geometry. And I'm not too worried about the orientation. Oh, and it did rotate, so if we go that way, all right, so the little arrows up here will rotate 90 degrees. So let's open up a sketch, and we're just going to verify by putting in a rectangle. I'm going to create a rectangle and we'll apply the position. So 0.25 by 0.21, and then once I apply it, and we can escape to make sure that I'm in the selection, I can place that, and that will ensure that it fits inside of the print envelope. Now we can go to the utilities and the make and 3D print, and we're going to export this as an STL, and I don't think it matters if it's binary or ASCII. The unit type, let's put it back to millimeters. And we're structure, we only have one body, so there's one file. And then we can hit OK. And we want to make sure that I'm putting it to someplace that I can find it, so the downloads, and then we'll save it. All right, so that puts us to where we can present this. The other alternatives on the export directly, if we look down through the list, we can output this to the different file types, but I'm not seeing anything for the 3D print. And if we go back into the 3D print, that will take us there directly. The manufacturer side is if you are 3D printing directly to your to a 3D printer, you can set this up under additive and pick from the machines. Be able to find your machine in here. I think mine fall into the category of not new enough, but we would pick the correct machine, and then this would output to a flash drive, and you would be able to create the settings within the setup and output the G code to apply it directly to the into the 3D printer. Okay, so you have your exported STL file. You can submit that to the link in Canvas, and the print lab will follow the process for your course and get you in the queue to get this printed.